Thursday, week 2 mobility routines. We're going to need strap or belt. I've got this tied in a knot. We're going to need a softball, tennis ball, or a rolled up kitchen towel. So the first thing we're going to do is the wrist distraction. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it around a doorknob, any doorknob that you have. Then we're going to go ahead, see how I'm wrapping that around my wrist, and then we're going to go ahead and basically let the wrist pull back. And we're going 2 minutes. And so what you'll see is the wrist getting pulled, trying to pull the wrist back and out, so to speak, from the socket. I don't know if socket's the right word to use, but we're trying to distract it so it's not compacted back in the bone. And you'll also feel this in your shoulders. And then a lot of times I will take and twist like this so that I can add a little bit more work on my shoulder and my wrist at the same time. So I'm basically getting a 2-for-1 benefit here. And again, you're not trying to pull the band out of the wall, you're relaxing. The band is trying to pull your arm back towards the knob. Again, you're not pulling it, the band is pulling you. We're at about 30 seconds. That's a nice feeling as it opens up. About 5 seconds. Okay, we're going to switch sides on this. Again, we're going to take that band, wrap it around the wrist, and then we're going to go 2 minutes. Here we go. And again, letting the band do the work. The band is going to pull your wrist and arm towards the door. So instead of you pulling on it and fighting it, you're just going to lean back into it. Making all the work. And again, if you want to do the kind of a twofer, I usually set up and go like this, so that I'm pulling my shoulder open as well. Again, you can reset. Again, the wrist is being pulled towards the door. You are not pulling. You're not, this isn't strength training, this is mobility, this is flexibility, this is trying to open things up. You're not fighting with this. You're letting the band do the work. Like I say, you can lean back if you need to. We're at about 30 seconds. Again, sometimes I'll turn all the way around so I can not only open up my wrist, but really open that shoulder up. Again, I'm not pulling on the band. The band is pulling me. I'm trying to relax, let it do its work. And stop. So we're going to go get set up to do the next two. Okay, here we are back. We're gonna grab a tennis ball. Knee gap smash. So, tennis ball is gonna go on the outside of the knee. Outside of the knee, not in the center, but the outside of the knee. And then we're gonna have our foot flat on the floor, and we're gonna slide it back, pulling our leg together. If this is too painful, we'll take this rolled up towel, put it in your knee like so, and then pull it back so it's all the way across your knee. I personally like the tennis ball. I think it works better. As you can see, I'll readjust from time to time, take the tension off, and then reapply the tension. For me, I've found that that works the best at trying to get that knee to open up a little more. What I don't want is that ball to be too far outside, too far inside on my knee. And again, we'll get a little closer so you can see. Foot flat on the floor. Again, once in a while, straighten it back out, reset that tennis ball, do it again. Ooh. Ooh. You can also feel this in the calf where the ball is pushing against the top of the calf. About 15 seconds left and we'll switch sides. On the other side, I'll switch and show you the towel method. So here we go. We're going to switch sides. Again, top tennis ball or your rolled up kitchen towel. So you take your rolled up kitchen towel, make sure that thing's nice and tight. And we're going to take it, put it between, and then we're going to pull it. I try to get it nice and tight if you can. Again, foot flat on the floor. Going to use that to kind of brace it and keep it locked in. Now we're going to go for 2 minutes. And again, I prefer the tennis ball, but I'd like to show you multiple methods. Because there's more than one way to skin the cat, as they say. And this really does help open up your knee. So for those of you that have really tight knees, and they say, you know, don't try to go too far with your flexibility in them because you can mess them up. But sometimes I'll actually grab my foot. As you can see right now, I'm grabbing my foot to try to pull it to get a little bit more range of motion. For me, this is my bad knee, so I try to work on it a little bit more intensive, so to speak. Make sure you continue to breathe. I'm actually lifting my foot off the floor right now, so I'm going to reset it, put it back in again. Ooh, nice pop. And then we're going to stop. Next and final mobility routine is going to use the softball. So it's called the QL smash. So the softball needs to be placed above the hip, right on the outside of the low back. So you're going to actually be laying on about half the ball. So I don't know. Let me adjust the angle of this a little bit so you can get a better view of what it is that I'm doing here. So again, right on the outside, try to keep your shoulders flat, and then we're just going to roll them just like this for 2 minutes. There we go. Ooh. And like I say, you're trying to keep your shoulders flat. You're rotating your hips, and you're really trying to keep your low back as flat on the floor as you can as well. You're going to be adjusting the softball quite a bit because it's going to move around as you rotate your knees back and forth. And then try to look straight up at the ceiling. That'll help you try to keep your back flat on the floor. Got about 40 seconds still. For you guys that have low back issues with it being tight, be very careful with this one. You may not be able to get the whole 2 minutes. Do what you can. You don't want to be in pain, but you want like a mild discomfort, if that makes sense. We got about 10 seconds. And we're going to stop and switch sides. So, again, just above the hip on the outside, you're basically rolling about half a ball. And you're going to go 2 minutes. Here we go. Again, try to keep them shoulders flat. Again, when you need to readjust that ball, readjust that ball. See that ball showing there? It's still showing, you can still see it. So if you got the ball too far inside, you're not going to be able to see that. Keep those shoulders flat, continue to breathe. Nice and easy. You want to try to relax into it. Don't want to have it real stressful. You should feel stretch, but not pain. If you're feeling pain, this exercise is probably not for you. And I hope that you can distinguish between the pain and discomfort. Pain is something that pretty much will bring tears to your eyes, where discomfort is like, man, it's stretching it to the point that I'm not real happy about it. But let me trust me, when you stick with it, you'll be happy you did it afterwards, because you'll be like, wow, it feels so much better. Got about 10 seconds here. Okay, we're done with that. That is your Thursday, week 2 mobility routine. Thank you and have a great day.